people from around the world, celebrate the Eid, not just here in the UK, but also across the globe. And yes, happy Eid to all our listeners and our viewers from different parts of the globe.
Okay. Now, a quick one. Let's go to events that occurred yesterday pertaining to Sunday Igboho's arrest. Where was he arrested? What? Can you just sum up what has happened so far?
Yes, quite a lot has happened in the last 48 hours. Chief Sunday Igboho was arrested in Benin Republic. That is the latest information that we have, and I can confirm also that the legal representatives are also well in charge of the case as we speak right now as well.
Okay. Is he in Nigeria at the moment, or is he in Benin?
He's currently still held at the location where he was picked up, which is Benin, while we are waiting for the more updates from the legal representatives sometimes later on today, which we cannot give on air at the moment because there will be a hearing. But as soon as maybe by tomorrow, we might have a better clear understanding on that. But for now, his arrest was at the Benin at Cotonou, where that took place on Monday. We couldn't be online yesterday for so many activities that was happening simultaneously, but it's good to be back again. This is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay,
before we go to the other story that's making the round this morning with the updates, peace. Diamond has posted another one. He said the citizens can't feel the Nigerians are strong people, but who are we to dialogue with? That is it. The rogue government, the bandits, or as I said, the bandits, or they don't want that. They claim they own Nigeria. They turn every other tribe to slave and aliens. Okay, government is not ready for any dialogue. He prefers to do it literally. It goes over to say, he says, "Good morning to you, my brother from another mother. Koiki. God bless you. God bless your hustles." Okay, so that's some message coming through there. But that's it that is made. Actually, want to dialogue with. We know when you deal with government, most governments in Africa, they create less opportunity for you to communicate here, to dialogue here. Basically, because the structures that are put in place are to serve the interests of those at the top. Mm-hmm. And therefore, you take the local minister or the local representative who be the best point of call to present their petition to the Nigerian embassy here. You expect that the embassy here forward the petition to them. But sometimes they just put it down. They know they want to do. So it's because, God has appointed me, let me chop my bread, and when I finish, my mother will follow, and that's the end. So we do not have, but what is this? Actually, I believe in positive bias. Okay, we need to continuously pressure. We need to continue to make the government unpopular. Yeah, we need to, and again, we do not focus only on worry. We need to focus on the governance system. We need to focus on what they are created of the system. We need to focus. What will be key multi-level targeting these people? They'll begin to respond. Yeah. How many times have we marked the governor's office? How many local assembly? How many times have we marked them? So that is why we know it's not. So, one day let's go and destroy the assembly activities. Yeah. Let's see there. No violence. We see them, we say this is our demand. Yeah. Do something before you go. Yeah. We are also human beings. Yeah. We need, actually, it needs to move to that level. Okay, it needs to move to that level. Well, let me see our following. Good morning to you. Stop crying. Use that energy that you're using in crying to channel it, right? Channel it into making your voices heard wherever you are. But thank you very much to the numerous of you who have joined us on the Facebook broadcast. And let's go back to Koiki. Yomi, what more do you have for us today?
Yes, once again, this is Star Radio UK, the morning show, where you can join us Monday to Friday, between the hours of 10:30 to 1 p.m. But at exactly 11 o'clock, we take you around to some of the news happening in Nigeria and some of the other news happening across the other part of the continent as well. Like we say, quite a lot is happening within the last 48 hours. The freedom fighter for the Yorubas was arrested, and a statement to that was released by the group or the main Professor Banja Kitoye, to all the Yorubas just at the early hours or late yesterday when that statement was released as well. But let's go straight to so many other news that is also happening.
Olayome, hold on. Let's clear something on this Sunday issue because yesterday certain issues cropped up. Now let's set a bit of record straight. Were you with Sunday when he was arrested?
No.
Okay, because there was information coming to the studio that you were with him. You were trying to, because there was a news item that was sent to us, which says that you have also fled the country. You were with him and you had to play. So we know that yes, you were out of Nigeria, but you were not silent because we know what was going on, but we didn't want to put it. We know you were going to cancel that. You said the report straight. Yeah. So you were not with him when he was arrested, and you were not with him, or you were not departing to Germany with him when he was arrested, and you basically absconded. That was not the case, right?
Well, quite a lot of news will filter through, and just like you said, as much as we were not communicating for a couple of days, but we were also discussing behind the scene. At no point was I with him while he was making his way out. Yes, definitely, I was in close communication with him. Either prior to that or before that, we were communicating as a spokesman to him. But definitely, you got to remember that the Nigerian government are playing a fast one with the media at this particular time. And what they're doing is they're distorting the information. Let us remember that this is an individual just about 20 days ago was almost about to be assassinated in his house on the 1st of July when a raid came into his house. 2 innocent people were killed in that particular raid, which quite a lot of our senior advocate of Nigerians and so many people, up to, the Nobel laureate, Professor Wale Soyinka, has even asked the federal government to apologize, to Sunday Igboho. But we saw that the DSS, just at about late night of the 1st of July, released a statement that they had intelligence of him stockpiling weapons in his house. And that was the reason why the raid went ahead just at about 1:30 a.m., which is an illegal raid by the senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Falana, and also Afe Babalola. These are top senior advocate of Nigerians and, well recognized, not just in Nigeria, international. So the DSS releasing their statement also brought out, emanations that we have also denied has got nothing to do with Chief Sunday Igboho. The 12 innocent people that were taken away from his house have not yet been returned back to, from Abuja, and they are currently under ground cells. Contact has been made. There was meant to be a sitting in Abuja yesterday, but because of the public holiday, that did not go ahead as planned. So while all that was going on, the DSS also put him out as a wanted person. And I'm sure, if you look at the ECOWAS countries, so that means, information must have been circulated across each of the ECOWAS country. So if we fast track from the 1st of July, you will have known that, his life has been a threat by the Nigerian government, not because of what the Nigerian government has labeled him to be, but because he has been one out of so many Yorubas that have been very, very outspoken about the Yoruba self-determination movement, which he has continuously been using that to not just, destabilize the country, because some of us, words have always been, you do not attack any security operatives. Yes, there was rally. The rally were powerful. The rally that should have been like a mega rally, which was just 72 hours, was stopped prior to that. And that was while his house was raided. So if we now fast track forward to what took place on the 20th of July, which is just, less than, few 24 hours ago, definitely, there must have been an intel, of him, at the airport, all that is something that we can't go into too much details because the case is currently, in the hands of the authority.
Finally, let's settle one thing. The other accusation that has come in, and we need to clarify from you because you speak for him as well, is that like Kano, who has been accused of being a British and using that British platform to destabilize Nigeria. Sunday news also featuring is that Nigerian government is also accusing him as being a German citizen who is trying to use that as
again. That's the false news because the Nigerian government has not said anything of such. Yes, I mean he's got a resident, which is also a German resident. But the Nigerian government have not literally said that. What the accusation from the press statement of the DSS on the 1st of July was they had intelligence on him of stockpiling. So it has nothing to do with, holding a different resident, as destabilizing the country. Those allegations, has also been disputed, not just by him, but also by, the senior advocate of Nigeria that now that the DSS never went in with any body cam, and they've killed 2 people, they've brought out ammunition that have also been denied by, Chief Sunday Igboho himself. That now put, the whole situation at stress. So, which also debunk that news that you've just said just now.
Okay. Thank you for the straightforward. Since we have you, we don't have to straighten certain things that are being said. Anyway, let's continue.
But before you go on, do you people believe in the legal system there that it will work fairly for him? That's the other question because the banking doing whatever. Is he going to have a fair hearing?
Africa is a point where they can even accuse a cat of chewing amala.
And then
when we know cat chew meat enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, you're quite right. When you look at a continent, like Africa, I mean, you might say that, the rule of law is not something that most of the African country will abide by. But again, we are hoping that the Benin government would abide by the rule of law based on the fact and evidence with them. I mean, yes, we can sit there and criticize and say it might not happen. But one thing we believe is, since, this has not actually taken place in a country like Nigeria that doesn't have respect for any rule of law. I mean, this is a country that have disrespected, rule of law and not abide by their constitution. We are not expecting similar, with the Benin authority and with the legal representatives that have been brought forward. We're hoping to get a fair hearing because as long as there's a fair hearing, then I'm sure the judges will be able to balance, the situation of things, looking at it from whatever and how whatever took place at the airport from what he actually, was trying to leave a country for the threat to his life.
Okay. Thank you very much for that clarification there as well. It is already UK. Let me read a bit of the comments and then we can let you bring the rest before we run up the program. Now, Labisi says that Buratai is pressing her to send him back to Nigeria, and he goes on to say the Obas are not helping at all. He goes on to say, he said, don't go to Nigeria. Yeah, that one behind the scenes, we'll talk about all that. But he goes about to say they killed youth at Lekki and nothing happened. Don't let them kill you. I don't trust their legal system. According to Nigerian newspaper, they chained his hands and legs. Well, these are all allegations that we don't know how true that is. But if that is what the Nigerian press are reporting, we don't know. But that might be true. We don't know yet. So, well, It's our time, but well, as we say all the time, keep on keeping on. All right, then. So, Yomi, which are some of the other stories making the rounds, sir?
Yes, let's look at some of the other news, that took place, a couple of days ago, and likewise, the ones trending today. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. There was a military plane that crashed, not crashed, it was brought down by the terrorist organization in Nigeria. This was one day ago. Nigerian fighter plane was shot down by bandits. That tells you, as usual, that the security situation in Nigeria is still very tense, and so many individuals are worried. Let's go straight into that story. Bandits in Nigeria have shot down an Air Force plane in a rare case of a military jet being brought down by criminal gang in the country. The pilot had finished a raid against the kidnappers when he came under intense fire, the Nigerian Air Force says. The flight lieutenant Abayomi Dairo was able to eject and use survivor instinct to avoid being captured and find shelter before rejoining his comrade. The attack happened just between the border of the northern Zamfara and Kaduna, and that just proved again that the bandits still have the capability, not just on the ground anymore now, but the capability to take down an aircraft as well. Ganjude, the Kano State governor, is able to free 136 prisoners and giving them 680,000 naira each. Also, unknown gunmen, defense chief to visit Imo State. We've seen in Imo State and just in the other part of the southeast, the continuous attack of police station, the INEC offices, and killings of the security personnel, by the what we call the unknown gunmen. But this particular Thursday coming, the 34th Artillery Brigade of the Nigerian Armed Force, Obizina Owerri, says all is set for the visit of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irebo, that will be visiting on Thursday. According to the Acting Assistant Director, Army Public Relations of the Brigadier, Lieutenant Babatunde Zabiru, disclosed this in a statement issued to journalists in Owerri yesterday. Also, some of the other news coming. Jigawa kidnappers want 60 million naira before they release hostage. We've seen that the bandits, the terrorists, have now had more capability, by kidnapping people, using that as a ransom, and then using that to accumulate more sophisticated weapon that now also have the capability to take down one of the Nigerian aircraft, military aircraft, only on Monday, just a few days ago. According to the headline, Jigawa kidnappers want 60 million naira to release hostage. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Continue to watch and also remember to subscribe and follow us on all our social media platforms. Jigawa kidnappers are demanding 60 million ransom to release a 38-year-old man adopted since July the 17th. I was aware of another case in the southwest of the country. The family were able to pay 3 million naira before their loved one regained what we call freedom. They were able to negotiate from 10 million to 3 million. I did interview with the family. The question they put to me is, they did ask support from the police, but they also have to buy phone voucher before the police were able to make one or two calls, but the police were unable to support and ask the family. The best option was to raise the money and get their loved ones out as quickly as possible. I'm going to take one more, then come back again to you in the studio. Proposed 200 million for small-scale miners, not part of national cake. Star Radio UK, I'll come back again to you now in the studio.
Yes, listeners, Mr. Olayomi Koiki for you, bringing you updates from Nigeria. As you know, our listeners, those of you on Facebook and the numerous of you on all the other social media platforms, thank you very much. I know how you were missing in questions. Questions were being asked where Mr. Olayomi Koiki is. He's here. We got it. All right. Yeah. So, Let's come to what is happening on the social media platform, because we have to go to the House of Parliament for the Prime Minister question time as well. So, what is happening on the social media platform?
Well, as you can imagine, what is trending has been the the case of Chief Sunday Igboho. That is about 66,000 tweets, and then we have Fulani is trending, and we also have Abuja is trending. I'm sure the reason why Igboho is trending is because of the current situation that is happening. Let's just take one or two tweets from that, and then we come back and then we start winding down as we have to go to the Prime Minister. Also, I can confirm that there is a heavy, peaceful protest taking place in central London right now as I speak, with so many people from the Biafra and the Yorubas making their way to the Parliament to show the injustice. And this was already been planned prior to the attack of the arrest of Chief Sunday Igboho. According to this Twitter under Femi Fanikaude, I call on authorities in Cotonou to respect the civil liberty and the right of Chief Sunday Adeyemo. I call on them to treat him with respect and decorum. Those rights are protected under international laws and protocols, including the African Chapter on Human Rights. So that is coming as well. Also, I'll take one more, Simon Ekpa. The reason I have been busy creating awareness for our platform, as we can imagine, Facebook claimed that the post I made about the arrest of Sunday Igboho and the Fulanis coming to Nigeria with AK-47 goes against their community standard. So you can see that, in as much as Facebook might be available to so many of us, but sometimes Facebook might not allow, what they believe, especially with the word Fulani. We have been also, banned a couple of times, 30 days, 7 days, for using the word Fulani on Facebook. So it seems Facebook is not happy with Simon Ekpa. So that is on that, 11:51, and we only have to come out now. But later on, maybe tonight, we will go through the Niger voices, and we will go through a little bit more of some of those incidents that wake up so many Yorubas, Nigerians around the world, of the incident that took place in Cotonou.
Well, listeners, Mr. Koiki, as you said, we're going to have more time this evening, God willing, if everything takes along nicely, where it brings you the Niger voices, where you can dive deeper, and then you'll be able to call in to also put your questions or anything that you also want to share with him through as well. So, Yami, let me say thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'll be back again same time tomorrow, but tonight, join us on Niger Voices at exactly 1800 hours on Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now. Well, listeners, that was Mr. Koiki bringing you updates from Nigeria. It's 8 minutes to the top of the hour, and I'm just going to bring you quickly some of the other stories that is making.
That is about that. Update quickly on Star Radio UK, our finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Once again, we'll be back at exactly 1800 hours, where we will be giving more discussion on the situation of things in Benin. But for now, have a very good afternoon, have a very good morning from wherever you're watching me, and